If you truly want to understand three-way and four-way switches, watch this video. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand how three-ways and four-ways work, how to wire them up, and how to figure out what goes where in a real-world scenario. And this is exactly how I would explain it to my apprentice. Okay, now first things first. A three-way switch does not truly have an on and off position, like a single pole switch here, which does have an on and off position. It's even labeled on and off. And when it's in the on position, that means the two gold screws are making a connection inside the switch. And when it's in the off position, the two gold screws are not making a connection inside the switch. And that's what sends power to the light or disconnects power to the light. And you see how the three-way switch doesn't have the on and off writing on it. And that's because there's always a connection to one of the two gold screws, right? The black screw is the common screw, or the hot coming in or out, and it connects to one of these gold screws. So for example, when the switch is up, it's connected to this screw. When the switch is down, then instead it's connected to this gold screw. See? Now we're connected to the left screw, and now we're connected to the right screw. But there's always a connection, and that's why there's no on and off. But for today's video, I'm going to use these Decora switches because they're much quicker for installation for this video. Because they have these clamps, which I can easily connect the wires to instead of having to wrap them around these toggle switches. So what's the point of a three-way switch? Well, let's just say there's a light in a room or any location, and we want to be able to turn it on or off from different spots. For example, let's say we're in a stairwell, and this is the bottom of the stairwell, and this is the top of the stairwell. Well, you would want to turn that light on or off, depending if you're coming from the bottom of the stairs or the top of the stairs. Another example is like a hallway. So you would want to be able to turn the light on or off from either side of the hallway. Okay, next let's go over how we wire the switches and the light. The first wire is coming into the first switch, that's the home run. Or sometimes it's just the hot in. But really and truly home run means the wires going to the breaker. But here we're going to also mean the set of hot wires being brought into the box. The next set of wires are the traveler wires from one switch to the other switch. In this scenario, it's a 14-3 and it has two hot wires, the red and the black. The last set of wires is the 14-2 and it's called the switch leg. And the switch leg means the set of wires going from the switch directly to the light. Now the first hot in the first box connects to your common screw, which is the black screw on the three-way switch. But real quick, let me show you how the three-way switches communicate with each other through the red and black traveler wires. I made this short video which explains it. The power comes in, connects to the black screw, also known as the common. Your gold screws connect to the traveler wires. Then the last common connects to the hot side of your light. Here we flip the switch down and power does not continue on to the light. When we flip the other switch down, now power can make it to the light. And by flipping the other switch up, we have now stopped the power going to the light. So this black screw is the black screw on the switch and the gray screws are the two gold screws. And as you flip the switch up and down, you're just making connection between the black screw and the other gold screw. And now to show you with the wires, the main hot wire comes in and goes to the common screw, the black screw, and the two traveler wires connect to your two gold screws. And it doesn't matter which gold screw. And we did the same thing with the second three-way switch. We put the traveler wires on the gold screws and the black screw, the common, goes to the switch leg or to the light. Now we need to add a jumper, also known as a pigtail, to the grounding wire. That way only one wire will connect to the one green screw. And your white wires, aka the neutral wires, they just twist and wire nut together. That way there's a continuous path on to the next box. And for the second box, we're just going to repeat the same exact process. Neutrals go together, pigtail the ground, and there we go. Now since this is a display and we're not using a breaker, I'm going to use this extension cord and we're going to connect it to this circuit. Now the correct way to test a three-way and to make sure you wired it correctly is to turn it on at one spot, then go to the next switch, turn it off, and then go to the next switch, turn it back on, and then go to the next switch and turn it back off. Not on and off at the same location. You need to switch back and forth. And now I want to share with you the most common problem that I see apprentices and homeowners. They make this mistake all the time. And once you get this, you're really going to understand. I don't know how many times I've seen people take the switch apart hoping to put it back together, and they end up with a cluster like this, and they don't know which wire is what, and they end up wiring it incorrectly. And I know the reason behind it is because they don't actually know what each wire is. So I'm going to help you identify which each wire is, because if you identify them, then you know what's going on. Okay, usually the easiest thing to find is the traveler wires, and you'll know because one wire is red and one wire is black, and they're usually twisted together. And they're also coming from the same sheathing. That's a set of wires going in between the two switches. Now sometimes you'll see two other black wires, and they're in separate sheathings or separate sets of wires. Now we know one of these is the hot, right? Because we need a hot to bring power into the box. So in order to find out which one is the hot, let's cap them off. That way when we turn the breaker back on, they're covered up. And then that way we can use our pen tester to find out which one is the hot when we turn the power back on. But hey, quick disclaimer, if you're not a licensed electrician, you should not be working on anything hot. Even some electricians shouldn't be working on anything hot. So don't do this, leave it up to a licensed electrician only. We know it's not these two travelers. Oh, but look, that one's hot, that one's not. But this one is. So this wire is the hot wire coming into the box. And for the beginners, let's just make sure these other ones are not live. And let's just say you're unsure, but you want to be 100% sure, you can tie the hot on to one of these travelers just to confirm, like, yep, that wire actually goes to that other box. It's one of the traveler wires. Okay, now we have that last hot wire, but we need to know where does it go so we know what to do with it. So let's wire nut it together and see what becomes live. And so now we can see what turned on when we connected it. Maybe it was another light in another room, or maybe it was an outlet below or somewhere nearby. Okay, so now we know that that wire actually sends energy out of the box as a constant hot to power another box, maybe a plug or whatever. So we need that to be constantly on, constantly hot. And so what we can do is tie them together with a pigtail. That way power comes into the box and also is leaving the box to go to the next box, but we also are powering the hot side of our three-way switch. And that's where most people mess up, because they don't realize that that wire needs to be constantly live to send power to the other box down the way or another room. Okay, next let's discuss four-way switches. And when would you need them? Well, let's say you've got a house, and let's say there's a living room, and that living room can be entered from more than two areas. For example, here, you could enter through the front door into the living room, or you could enter from the kitchen, or you could enter from this bedroom, or even you could enter from this bedroom. And in either situation, you would want to turn the light on or off. Well, when you have more than two locations, you need to add a four-way switch in between the three-way switches. And you can add as many four-way switches as you want, just so long as there are two three-way switches at the end. One goes directly to the light, and the other three-way switch is the first location where the power comes in. And this is what it's going to look like. Your four-way box will actually have two sets of traveler wires. You know, the wires with the red and the black in them. And this third box over here now will be the switch leg where the three-way goes. And the way you wire a four-way switch with two travelers is one set of travelers goes on the gold screws and the other set of travelers goes on the black screws. Here, let me show you how a four-way switch actually functions on the inside. One way to explain it is with a continuity tester, which just means when two things are touching, it'll make a beep sound. Right now, the contacts inside the switch are in the X position. Now the contacts inside the switch are in the lateral position. You have a three-way on one side, a four-way in the middle, and a three-way on the other side, and they all control the light. As we flip the first switch, energy flows through the other traveler and makes it to the light. Let's turn it back off. As we flip the other switch, it travels down the other traveler and makes it to the light. Let's turn it back off. And as we flip the four-way, it reconfigures into an X position, and now energy can flow through. Okay, let's wire it for real. Alright, first the hot comes in and connects to the common. Then the two travelers connect to one side of the four-way. And then the other set of travelers come out and go to the last three-way. The last common goes to the light, also known as the switch leg. And remember, in order to check that you wired it correctly, you need to test it by going from one switch and then to the second switch and then to the third switch. So hit it on in one spot, off in another, and then on in the next one. And do that a few times to make sure that it's operating correctly.